Well, as it is with me, it's never a dull moment out of here. I may have screwed myself, but you live and learn with risk. And yeah, I really thought a piece of plastic was going to stop me. Tell you all about it coming up on Riding with Kev. Well, not sure how well you can see me. It's about 9:30 and a bunch of ants over here running to get these trailers. So I don't know if I can switch. Yeah. So just waiting on our trailer. I can't deliver it until Tuesday morning anyway, so I'm not in any rush. We'll get loaded and drive overnight tonight. Catch up with you in the morning. Just like that. Halfway, we're at the horse park in Kentucky. And drop this. Let's go see what we can grab now. What's up, TMC? The Iowa 80. Even at 2:30 in the morning, you can find a spot. You can see we are moving on up in the world, literally. So let me tell you about this load from Pennsylvania all the way out to Oregon and everything else that's going on. All right, I got asked in a video what tools I carry, and so since I'm working on the truck, I actually washer fluid, shop towels. I've already cleaned it out. This is just a little spare cheapo sockets that I had at one time. That is a Torx bit set, a couple straps, a couple nuts and bolts. Keep those back there. So you got some bug wash. That is my coolant. Then we got brake clean WD-40 gloves. It's a whole bag of Glad hands. Then I have a tool bag full of all my box wrenches. Again, there's Allen keys, pliers, vise grips, and I have a couple of different crescent wrenches. That is fuel additive. We got some oil. This is like I said, this is a little Milwaukee. It's a drill bit, drill set, and it's got an impact that doesn't do much. Again, WD-40, razor blades, because you never know. Again, some of this is a collection of socket sets. Keep a socket there. Got my breaker bar, because you never know when you need to break stuff. And just various tools, knives, blades, glue gun, or I'm sorry, gasket maker. And here, you know, gloves. That's assorted wrenches and tapes and super glue. BFH, because sometimes you just got to beat it.
That's what. If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
Then I've got another full socket set there. So those are the tools that I keep. Again, we have got the wheel covers on. I'll do a video on that. And then we've also got some quarter fenders, because I'm sorry, that just ain't gonna cut it for me. So those are the tools I keep on the truck. What is going on, you guys? To the new subscribers, welcome in. Usual suspects, welcome back. I'm gonna try and change some stuff up. As you saw, I tried to put some snippets there in the beginning. I'm trying to remember the video of this stuff. Like I said, we're gonna be out a little while, so I'm trying to make as much content as I can. I know it's been a week, but there'll be coming an explanation for that here shortly. No big deal, nothing major, nothing earth-breaking, just earth-shattering. So as you saw in the video, we picked up that load going to Kentucky out of Omaha, and I didn't realize, again, because I've been watching LSU baseball, and they ended up losing in the regional round, but I was directly across the street from where the College World Series is in Omaha. So thank God that load picked up 1 week before this weekend, or it would have been a nightmare. So I stayed at that Sapp Brothers right there. Not a whole lot. Like I said, I went in there, it was like ants, everybody getting the load. It was a preloaded trailer. Put it on, didn't even weigh on my way to have the right weigh scale, and like it didn't even budge when I hooked up to that trailer. Booked it overnight, which will become a theme here momentarily, and got to Lexington, Kentucky, dropped the trailer, went looking for a load. I've said this before, I'm new to Power Only. That's why I'm making these videos, as you guys can see, and I don't know the running lanes, and so sometimes when I look at Power Only loads, there will be 500 or 600. A lot of those are load-out trailers, which I've talked about in previous videos. But on Lexington, Kentucky, I put my search window. I always set it at 400 miles just so I get the most idea of what's going on. And there were 12,135 loads. But man, it can be overwhelming. It was paralysis by analysis, which I obviously struggle from. And what I'm learning also with Power Only, when you get into that area, which I need to take advantage of. Again, I'm out here running my truck and I'm learning lessons. That's the whole point of this video, is that I know how I want to run, and I have to switch my mindset because I keep making mistakes. And so I found a load, and what I mean by that is there was a load that was, let's say, 200 miles away, 600-mile run. Well, it's a 650-mile run for $1,300 or $1,400 or $1,500. There were several of those, which is like $2 a mile. But they're so quick and easy and load times, and I like to run long. I like to go out and just get away. And so this load pops up out of the blue and has a really high rate on it. Going from, it was very, very, very southeastern Pennsylvania to Portland, Oregon. And it's the kind of run that I like. Hook and drop. It's actually the same broker that I did that load up to South Dakota for. It's like, wow, this is $250 a mile to go from Pennsylvania to Portland. But the thing is, it had been an abandoned load. Meaning somebody picked it up, they picked it up in Delaware, and then they broke down, the trailer had tire issues. I never could get a real story. He said it's an older trailer, but it's good to go, which in power only makes you nervous. So I was like, well, it's a good rate. We'll risk it for the biscuit, just send it, and we'll go see what we can find when we get to Portland. And so I roll out there, and I get there at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll tell him, I'm going to run this load overnight so that I can get out there. And he said, it needs to be there by Monday. I said, I will get it there Sunday. You can do that? I can do that. I just had a reset, so we were good with hours. And so I got to the trailer at 2 o'clock in the morning, podunk truck stop, and there's a glad hand lock on the trailer. So I go in, and Jim Bob was super nice at the counter. He's like, I have no idea why that lock's on there. You're just going to have to wait till the morning. It's like, no, that wasn't. I was like, so y'all don't have the key? He goes, I don't have the key. He goes, we wouldn't put a lock on that trailer. If it gets stolen, that's on you. We have liability, and, the owner doesn't do that. But this is a Road Pro, and they make these in metal. This is a glad hand, and it goes on the trailer, and it goes in the glad hand, and that part right there sticks inside. So there's a little plastic piece right here that goes around that, and so you can't get it off. And I looked, and some of them say you can take the little metal pieces off and pull it out, but this trailer had a recessed. Their locks were recessed, so you couldn't get it. So I took my handy-dandy multi-tool with my little itty-bitty saw blade, cut it right there, grabbed a pair of pliers, broke it off, pulled it right off. So 5 minutes later, we're rolling down the road. So, hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to adapt, improvise, and overcome out here. And the guy said, again, my favorite lines from Moneyball is, when you get the answer you want, stop talking. And I got the answer I want that I could remove it. 2 o'clock in the morning, book it out. And then after that, we went to the Iowa 80. I'm not sure if I'll put them in this video or some other videos, but I recently switched fuel cards, which will be coming up in my 1-year review. And so I no longer fuel at TA. I had a whole bunch of TA points. So I stopped and got a couple things for the truck. Booked it, got out to Portland, Oregon. Went to this place at 2 o'clock this morning. It's Sunday. It's Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Dropped it off, came right over here to the Pilot, got a parking spot. FYI, if it's a reserve spot, reserves are open at 2 o'clock in the morning. They don't really care. I have since moved to a free spot, but I got parked. But the whole way out here, I have been looking for a reload, and there ain't nothing. Let me rephrase that. There are loads, but and you remember again from previous videos, you haven't watched those, you don't have to. But there are loadout trailers. There's a lot of run up to Seattle, which is only like 150 miles from here, pick up an empty trailer, and then I could find a van load. There are plenty of van loads, but as far as hook and drop power onlys, there's not a lot. And so I think I'm going to have to start running a little bit different. I think I'm going to have to stay east of 35 and kind of have to do some of those one-day runs. And Lexington was a little far south. I think Indiana, Ohio, those are really good areas. There were some down in Tennessee, but I may have to change how I run, and I'm not looking forward to that. But in 2 days, we will have 1 year of authority, despite what a lot of people said. So I'm going to have that video coming up. I've got some shorts made. I have a smile on my face. I may be screwed because I may have to deadhead a good bit to get out of here, but that'll be interesting for the next video. So I'm going to wrap this up. I don't want to take too much of your time on Father's Day. I just want to say we're running. We made good money coming out here. And again, when I deadhead places, I'm getting 11 miles per gallon, and I'm paying about $3 a gallon for diesel everywhere I go. And I switch fuel cards coming up, but I'm loving it, man. Life is good. I wanted to give you guys a quick update. I promised more videos as I was out rolling. I got a lot of stuff going on. I can't wait to tell you about it. Thanks for joining along. God bless. Let's get rolling.